Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about all of my favorites for the month of May and June because I did miss my monthly favorites last month. So if you want to see what I've been loving for these summer months, then just keep watching. Alright, so I'm going to just start with some lifestyle favorites, and the first one is a little bit weird, but I do live in Louisiana. It is like 100 degrees every day. It's super humid, and just walking from your car into the store or walking from your car to your house, you'll end up a sweaty mess. So I've been trying out a new deodorant, and usually I use the clinical protection from either Dove or Secret or Degree. I just like to kind of switch it up, but lately I've been trying out this Degree Motion Sense dry spray, and this one is in the scent Sexy Intrigue, which is a scent I've used before in the stick form, and I really like it because I think it meshes well with the perfumes that I use because it has a more kind of like ambery perfume scent. So I've really been liking this. I don't think it lasts all day on me, but I like how easily it is to go back over middle of the day if I'm back at home just spraying. I like to keep this in my beach bag or any of that kind of stuff. Not that I go to the beach, but like if I'm at the pool and we go somewhere afterwards, then I have this to touch up with. I just think it's way easy. My younger sister pointed out that it's really good for if you are in the locker rooms a lot for like dance practices or cheer practice or sports practice, and those girls start asking for your deodorant. This one you can give them and they spray it instead of rubbing your stick deodorant on their nasty armpits. So yeah, it says 48-hour antiperspirant. I don't believe that at all, but I do like it because it's so easy to touch up through the day. Alright, this next product was already in my April favorites, but I'm loving it even more than I was then. This is the Origins Drink Up Intensive, and I like this in April. I was using it a lot at night in April, I believe. I don't know if I was using it during the day then. I can't quite remember, but I brought my little bitty one when me and my husband went out of town. We went to Ohio in the middle of May. We went to Cleveland and we went to Cedar Point for the first time, and now we really want to go back. It was so much fun. But we had the little bitty one of this, and we went all the way through it in that one week just because it was a much more dry climate for our skin, and so my skin didn't adjust the best and I needed to use something really hydrating. And ever since then I've been using this pretty much twice a day, at least once a day, possibly twice a day, because I really like it, especially when I get like dry patches kind of around my cheeks and my nose, especially if I've gotten a little too much sun, and this really helps. Alright, I just turned on my other studio light. I didn't realize that it wasn't on. So hopefully the video will be a little bit better quality and brighter now. Next up, I have a bunch of nail polishes to talk about, and I love putting nail polish on my toenails in the summer. I try to keep it on my nails. You can see I just did my nails this morning, and they'll probably be chipped in like an hour or so. My nails just chip really bad in the summer, and I'm also going bowling today, which is going to make them chip even more. I'm just did them pretty much for this video. But this is one of the colors I'm going to talk about, and I have a couple other really fun colors that I've been loving to wear on my nails and my toes for the summer. The first up is the color I'm wearing right now, and this is by ESSIE. This one is Cascade Cool, and it's a very cool tone pink. I think you can see it on my nails pretty well. It's pretty thin in 2 coats is what I have on now, and you can still kind of see through, but not bad. I'm pretty pleased with the way it looks in 2 coats. It's just a really nice cool tone pink with a bit of a purple to it. I just really like those kind of more lavendery pinks or lavenders, especially in the springtime, but also going into the summer. I really like these type of colors. The next nail polish is also from ESSIE, and this one I think I wore mostly in May, but I actually took off this nail polish and put it back on. This is ESSIE Mint Candy Apple. This is a ESSIE staple. If you love ESSIE, you probably own this color. I actually had it in high school, and mine I realized was getting pretty funky and wasn't working so well, so I got a new one. I think I actually hauled both of these nail polishes, so I'll link that video down below if I did, but I'm pretty positive that it did. And I think I'm wearing this color in that video, if I'm pretty sure. But anyway, I've really been loving this, especially on my toenails. I think it's just a really fun color. The next color is from OPI, and this one is a bit sentimental at this point. It is Rich Girls and Po' Boys, so it just came out pretty recently with the New Orleans collection, which is pretty cool. I love that there's some New Orleans ones, and I love all the names of all the nail polishes. But this one I actually bought after getting a pedicure. I went and got a pedicure with my sister right before our mission trip that we went on. I think we left May 29th or May 28th, something around there. And I got it on maybe a day or two before that, and I just took this off last week. It lasted for a full 3 weeks, so it's just kind of in my mind of like the past 3 weeks and like summer, going on that mission trip. It's the same color as the shirts that we wore every single day on the mission trip. So now this is like my, when I go to Nicaragua on a mission trip, nail polish. But I think it's really pretty. I really like how it's more of a powdery blue, but it's still that really kind of bright, eye-catching blue. So I definitely suggest this one if you can find it. I think they still have the New Orleans collection. I know they still have it online at Ulta, or at least they did when I ordered this one, and I think they might still have it in stores if you can find it, depending on how sold out it is. This next polish is kind of sentimental too. I think I've worn this for the past 2 or 3 summers. Pretty much anytime I go get my nails done and I didn't really have time to look, or I just didn't find a nail polish I wanted, I always get Cajun shrimp. I just got it in gel 2 weeks ago, and I just took it off last night. But I love this color for summer. You can see it's like a really fun kind of raspberry red. It's not quite so bold as a red, and it's not so neon that it's not very wearable, but this on your toes in the summer is perfection. I love this so much, and I've worn it, like I said, for 2 or 3 years now, and it's just one of those that I bring out every time spring and summer rolls around. One more favorite before we move on to the fun makeup. I've been really liking ball caps lately, and specifically these two that are POLO. I got both of these at TJMaxx for like $12.99 each. But these I've been loving for when I go swimming or when I don't feel like putting my hair up. I'll just throw on a cap and put a ponytail coming out. It looks kind of weird with the pigtails. But I really like the navy one, and I really like the white one. The white one, I'm always scared I'm going to get stuff on, so I'm not quite as liberal with this one. This one I wore to like a church kids camp. Got it completely soaking wet in the pool and on the water slide, and I put it in the washing machine, and it did really good. I didn't put it in the dryer. I only put it in the washing machine, and then I let it dry on its own. But these I've really been liking, like I said, for the pool, because I can put my hair up in a ponytail or a bun and stick a hat on, and it keeps your hair from getting super wet or splashed, unless some days I just go for it and I get my hair soaking wet. So it just kind of depends. I also really like it for if I'm just throwing on some Nike shorts and t-shirt, or if I don't feel like washing my hair until nighttime and my hair's kind of funky in the morning. I will just throw on one of these and a ponytail, and I'm good to go. Moving on to the super fun makeup. I have a couple obvious favorites that I've already kind of talked about. One is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I've really been loving this. I just got the full size, I think this month is when I bought it, and I've really been loving it. But I've also been using the MAC Prep and Prime in Highlight Light Boost. And I really like these together because this one isn't quite light enough for me, so I'll put that one more in the inner part where it's really dark, and then I'll take the light boost and kind of stroke it around here, blend it all out, and I really like these as a pair together for concealer. Another face product that I've been loving lately is the Charlotte Tilbury Filmstar Bronze and Glow, and I think partially because I got this on a vacation last year, it's just kind of one of those summery products. But I've been loving the bronzer. You can see I'm starting to kind of get a dent in it right there. But lately I've been grabbing this for a bronzer every day, even when I don't use the highlight, because I've been using a different product for my highlight. And this one you can pretty much guess what it is. This is the JACLYN Hill palette. I got this only a couple weeks ago, so it's kind of hard to count it. But I've been wearing this middle blush. I haven't even really played with the other two, but this middle blush and mostly Prosecco mixed with a little bit of champagne pop. I've been wearing a ton lately. I think it's so pretty. I love the bronzy blush, and I love this really golden highlight. Both of those I'm wearing today. I have the blush on, and then I have the highlight. And on top of the powder highlight, this, you're gonna think I'm a little crazy because I know you're supposed to do cream and then powder. But one day my highlight was looking a little funky, and I decided I wanted to put a little bit of this is the Champagne Pop Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid. I wanted to put a little bit on top of it, so I put it on a hand, put a beauty blender through it, and just kind of pat it over it. And it makes it so much more seamless. It doesn't make it chalky and chunky like you would think with the cream on top of a powder. It just really blends your highlighter out super well. And this is a trick I've been doing a lot because I don't like that really streaky one-line highlight. I like it to be more of an overall glow in that area. So try it out. If it looks funky on you, I'm sorry. I just think it works really well on me. So I wouldn't go on saying you can put creams on top of powders forever now, but I do really like this one on top of the Prosecco Pop. One other blush that I've really been liking lately, this is the NARS Gaiety blush that I hauled pretty recently, and this has been so pretty. It's a really bright pink. It's really, it actually kind of matches my nails, but but it's really pretty for summer and spring because it just gives you that really like bright flush on your cheeks. It's kind of more of a sheer blush pink, if that makes any sense. But I just put a little bit on a blush brush and mostly focus it kind of in this area. I don't put it too far forward, I don't put it too far back, I mostly keep it in the middle. And I just think it gives you a really pretty flush, and it's a very bright, springy, summery look. Another palette that I've been loving so much, and it's kind of a weird thing that I've been loving about it, this is the LORAC Pro 3, and I have a video talking about that I can also put in the down bar if you're curious. But the funny thing is, I've really been liking this shade right here, which is called Medallion, and I talked about this not being the best one, and I've realized it actually has more of one of those, I don't know, if you've ever tried one of the glitters from Tom Ford or Charlotte Tilbury, it's kind of like a glitter in a pigment. I don't really know how to explain it. It's like a glitter, but it's kind of emulsified down, and it's kind of how this one is. It's like the weirdest texture. It's not a powdery texture. It almost kind of has a slimy feel when you touch it, but I just love the color of it. I almost wish though that it was the same formula as the other ones, but I've been loving this shade. I've been loving light gold, and I've loved all of these transition colors. There's a ton of them that work for me, and I use them pretty much every day. Even when I don't use the rest of the palette to finish off the look, I pretty much go in with these transition colors. And then an eyeshadow I've been loving lately. This one is from the, I don't know what this one was called. It was like the Aqua collection from MAC, but I haven't shown this before because for the longest time it was really hard to get. You can't get this anymore because of the packaging and all that stuff. You can't get this specific one. It's a really pretty color. This is Sea Worship, and it's just a beautiful kind of green bronze gold, and it's what I'm wearing on my eyes. I'm actually just wearing this blended into the crease with just a bit of transition colors, and that's it, and a little bit of eyeliner. But I've been loving this so much, and again, this one is called Sea Worship. But the reason I'm mentioning this is that MAC actually has all of these, this is called a extra dimension eyeshadow. They brought back almost every single one that's been in a collection before and put it in their regular packaging, and you can get them for $20 on their website. I don't know about in stores. I think you can find it at some of them, but they definitely have it online, and I think they actually have 2-day shipping going on right now. So just get on their website and they'll have the promo code at the top. But yeah, I really like this formula. I really think this is a good one for like all over the lid, into the crease, and I like this color, and I want to get more of the extra dimension eyeshadows because I really like the formula. Alright, so I'm starting to wind down on the favorites. There's just a couple things left, but I do have this Urban Decay 24/7 eyeliner. This one is in the shade Demolition, and you can see it's a very normal looking brown. There's nothing super special about it. But I've really been liking this to put in my waterline and to use on my upper lash line. I think it's much less harsh than a black, but it still gives you a lot of drama and a lot of depth. I usually don't like anything on my waterline, and for a long time I would use the shade Roach, which is a really nice kind of bronzy shade, but I really have been liking Demolition. It's definitely replaced Roach for me, although I actually used a mix of both of them today. But yeah, I think if you're not really interested in the super harsh look, then maybe you want to try out Demolition, or try out just something really similar to it that's a nice brown. And lastly, I have two lip favorites. This is the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquefied Lipstick in Cool Girl, and this I've been wearing a ton. It's so not summery or spring. I think I wore it in one of my last tutorials. It's really fun. It's kind of like a dark grayish kind of cool tone color. It's really different. My husband doesn't really like it, honestly. I just love it. I think it's really cool. I think it's different without being so overly bold that you're like shocking. So if you've been wanting to do something a little kind of off, a little gray, then this is a really cool color. And again, that's Cool Girl from Too Faced. Another lip product I've been loving is this Pillow Plump XXL. It's by Soap & Glory, and I got mine at my local Ulta. This one is in Koi Toy, and I'm wearing it on my lips right now over kind of like a peachy colored lipstick. And it's just a really pretty gloss, but it's got a bit of a shimmer, a really pretty kind of peach color. But the best part about this gloss is the way it makes your lips feel. It kind of gives you that like buzzing, like your lips almost fell asleep feeling, and I really like it. I don't think it actually makes your lips look huge and plump and all that stuff, but it's still kind of like a cool, fun lip product to use. Alright, well that is all of my favorites for May and June. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it wasn't too crazy and scattered for you. So yeah, if you liked this video and you want to see more favorites videos from me, then give this video a big thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos from me, then don't forget to subscribe. Thanks!